All right. Let's talk about the fundamentals 101 of jazz. So when you're just getting into it, I think it's really, really helpful to immerse yourself in three different rhythms that you'll play in a similar way on the drum kit. And then from there, you can take those rhythms and do all sorts of cool stuff. But these are the foundational rhythms behind a lot of jazz music, swing or not. And always remember that swing, and the term swing, is a scale. It's a sliding scale, it's a range. So it doesn't just mean one thing. When you listen to jazz, you'll hear this scale sort of slide around, and some people will play it, a little more rounded, and some people will play it a little bit more angular. And it depends on the tempo. So lots of stuff goes into it. So the feel is the most important part, in my opinion, about playing jazz, whether it's swung or whether it's not swung. But especially if it's swung, because there it's a little bit more of a range than if it's straight eighth notes. So let's talk about these three rhythms that I want you to really understand at first. The first one, I think, is sort of the most prominent, and it is triplets. So the way I like to count triplets is 1 tita, 2 tita, 3 tita, 4 tita, 1 tita, 2 tita, 3 tita, 4 tita. And then the rhythm that you want to play to get used to that in jazz and in swing, the most common rhythm that we want to really understand is 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1. So you're removing the middle triplet from beat 2 and from beat 4. And then you're just playing beat 1 and beat 3. So 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1. And you repeat. I think we should go at about 120 BPM. So that's this. That's faster than I was just counting. So 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 1, 2 to 3. And again, that's all based on triplets. This. 1 tita, 2 tita, 3 tita, 4 tita, ba 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 ba. But here is the beat by itself. And the way that we're going to play this rhythm is mostly on the ride cymbal, and we're also going to add the hi-hat. But first, let's play the ride cymbal pattern. That's 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 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 1. Okay, where we add the hi-hat is on the backbeat, on beat 2 and on beat 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just get used to living with that for a lot of your jazz playing and a lot of your jazz practicing, because that's something that you want to kind of always have in the back of your mind and literally in your foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. And then when we add the ride cymbal to that, we get now, I'm going to play that while I have triplets playing as a subdivision. That's really helpful too. So here are all the triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want, on your metronome, you can listen to only the first and the third triplet. So 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to ba 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 ba. And that's a little bit more like the rhythm that you actually play on here. So cool. So I would suggest practicing that with your metronome running through your headphones, and practice it when you've got the metronome only playing the beat. Practice it where you've got the metronome subdividing all the triplets, and practice it where you've got the metronome just playing 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 da 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 da. And that idea where you kind of remove the middle triplet and you get this bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum, that is kind of the essence and the very foundation of swinging a rhythm, where you take what would be otherwise maybe a straight ahead rhythm, bump, 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 and then you put this little space, you kind of stretch it out, and that actually makes what you play in between beats a little closer. So ba 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 ba, and it just gives it this kind of this skippy hoppy thing. Da 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 da. So 1 2 to 3 4 to 1 2 to 3 4 to ba ba da 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 da, all based on triplets. That is the number one most important of these three rhythms that I want us to do. Triplets, triplet world. Okay. The next one is going to be just straight eighth notes. So that's based on, the rhythms as we're kind of more used to hearing them. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and those are all based on regular straight eighths. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But when we play essentially like the same rhythm only with straight eighths, we still play the backbeat on the hi-hat, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, but in the ride now we straighten it out, and it's 1 2 and 3 4 and 1 2 and 3 4 and 1. Again, that's all based on just regular straight eighths. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. But what we play physically is really similar. So we're playing the ride cymbal for the bulk of the rhythm, and we're keeping that backbeat in the hi-hat. So that's for straight ahead, not swung jazz music, which comes up a lot. There's a lot of that. In fact, it's probably a little bit more popular with current jazz music to play straight ahead, but that's been happening for a long time too. So that one will probably be a little easier to get. We're a little more used to that. All right. And the third one is going to be based on 16th notes. And this one is a little bit more snappy. It's a little bit more angular. And so here's the subdivision. If we're at 120, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. So now with this, what we're doing essentially is we're going to take out the middle two sixteenths when we play this ride cymbal pattern, and we'll have this kind of a feel. Now the way we count this would be 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2. So you hear how it's a little closer. The in-between beats, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, they're closer together. But the space between 1 and is further apart. So when we play the ride cymbal rhythm with this as our foundation, we get 1, 2, a 3, 4, a 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 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1, 2, 3. Hear how it's a little more angular? But again, all based on this rhythmic family of 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1. It's harder to say. It's probably easier to hear it. Now, here's a big difference, okay? It is minor, but there is a big difference between this triplet feel. Here's the triplet feel with the middle note removed. And now here's the 16th feel with the middle 2 removed. Back to triplets. More rounded. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. And then finally back to 8, so it's all straight ahead. Up, 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 up. Very even. Okay. One last really important note on your journey to jazz. The more ride cymbal stuff that we play, the more we're kind of changing our technique in our right hand, which is going to be playing the ride cymbal. So if we're playing like a regular groove over here on hi-hat, our sticks and the way that we hold them and our grip is matched. It's the same. So our thumbs are kind of, facing each other, and they both look the same. Now, when we move over to play ride cymbal, whether we're playing jazz or any other kind of ride cymbal playing, really, instead of moving our arm over and keeping that same angle, that would kind of push our elbow way out like this. So to avoid that, we keep our elbow relaxed and we sort of pivot. So we're actually going to be playing more like thumbs up on the ride cymbal. And that changes our grip. So instead of playing like this, we're playing more like this. And when you see me play, watch my fingers. They're all involved. They're all moving with the stick, and it's just getting this big old nice fluid bounce. Whether we play straight eighths or triplets or 16ths. Straight eighths, triplets, and 16ths. Cool. All right. That's it. Jazz 101. Learn those 3 rhythms, get cozy with them, and work on that technique a lot. It's tricky to move your hand over from this kind of position and this way of playing to thumbs up, where your fingers are a lot more involved, but it's fun. So have fun with it, and see you next time.